Victory can be dangerous, not because it makes you weaker, because it convinces you that you've already arrived. Last week, we walked into the toughest environment in the Sun Belt, faced our biggest rival, and left after making a statement. A 45-16 victory, 5 straight wins, 4-0 in conference play. Momentum has never been stronger. But momentum has a short memory. Nobody in this conference cares what happened last Saturday. The scoreboards have been cleared. The rankings reset. The celebration is over. Now another opponent stands in our way. Georgia State doesn't need a perfect season. They don't need national attention. All they need is one night to change the conversation. Because that's what conference football is. Every week, someone is trying to end your climb. Championship teams aren't remembered for one big win. They're remembered for what they do next. Can they stay focused? When everyone else is celebrating, can they stay hungry? After tasting success, can they bring the same intensity against an opponent the world expects them to beat? That's where seasons are truly won. The road to a conference championship isn't built on highlight plays. It's built on consistency, discipline, preparation, and respecting every opponent that lines up across from you. Because overlooking one game can erase everything you've worked for. 5 wins in a row earned us an opportunity, nothing more. The mission hasn't changed. Protect home, protect first place, keep climbing. This isn't about proving who we are anymore. It's about proving that we can stay here. Welcome back to the Odyssey.
Kidd Brewer Stadium in beautiful Boone, North Carolina. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Georgia State Panthers and the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the Mountaineers head coach told me pregame, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Mountaineers offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And we'll be seeing plenty of Jakari Lewis. He made it to the end zone 4 times in their victory last time out while picking up more than 100 yards. Looking for a gap. It's Lewis. Picks up the first down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Fires to the wideout. The short hands, it's Sanchez. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Looking for room at the 30. There's a crease. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Snagged out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. On the run, it's Lewis. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, App State. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. So Georgia State's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like,
just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
and this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man, they've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Brown wants to pass. They're setting up the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. Trying to pound it in. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he doesn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big...
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's 3rd and 5. Using his legs, it's Lewis. Here's a little room there. He's up to 73 yards on the ground for them so far, has his eyes set on that 1,400-yard mark.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the... And he's in! Touchdown, Appalachian State!
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Out of the gun to give to the back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached a break, and Appalachian State has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Brown will throw it. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Here comes the heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He now has 84 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for this offense. Try to barge their way in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Play is stopped for just a second as they tend to the injured Mountaineer. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Got the first down himself. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
Let's go.
The Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. He stopped just inches away from the first down, but boy, can he buy time and strike fear into the heart of a defense. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work, ready to fire from the pistol. Takes the handoff. It's Roberts. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And, man, this is not the plan that they drew up defensively. Like, trying to get stops, trying to get them off the field. They finally get them to a 3rd down situation, and they still can't execute. So slow start for this defense. They better find some answers because they've already dug themselves a hole.
And this is a guy that gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. After that last run, he's already now got 100 yards rushing.
To the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's James. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. And the Mountaineers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And they will score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia State takes over as the offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. 1st and 10 for the offense. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They go right back to him. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Quick release by the QB. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And you never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Never a doubt. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. One more snap coming before halftime. Using his legs, it's Roberts. He's out past the 35. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 7 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Gators, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet, but brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game in Boone. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Kidd Brewer Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Mountaineers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Coming out of the locker room, the Panthers head coach told me his message to his team at the half was, we are better than this. Even though they're playing an opponent that's ranked higher than they are today, he believes sitting at 500 in the conference, this is the turning point of their season. He asked them, what type of team do you want to be? We decide right now. I'll keep you posted if they come out of that locker room with that same urgency here to start the third quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Brown wants to pass. Pressure coming. He gets away. Turns it on in midfield. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Running inside, it's Butler. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. The give to the single back. Turning it on. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where...
There's some room. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
On the move, it's Roberts. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Showing the arm strength to the left. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Brown will throw it. He's got the back in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. The run inside. It's Butler. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get.
Maybe a crease. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. The Panthers will snap it on first and 10. Looking for space, it's Butler. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's second and 6. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Panthers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, it's Butler. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Brown wants to pass. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Panthers! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He'll try it again. Might have a chance. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. This time he wants to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Shoots it to the left. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it. Forced the punt. Now a chance to really make this a football game.
And I think if you're the offensive coordinator here, you're revisiting that last drive and asking yourself, okay, what did I call? What worked? What can I keep dialing up so we can keep scoring?
Dang right, because you got the momentum. You're back in this football game. Everything is going your way. Your defense just contributed, so that lead they had, just keep chipping away, and who knows what will happen.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Brown will throw it. Under fire. And they got it.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires deep on the run. He's got it down the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Here's a heat. He's going to run it. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's James. And they're able to get him down. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So we open the final period with a third down play. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Lots of running room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, App State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Butler. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Mountaineers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for room, it's Lewis. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Nice move there. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's #2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Looking to get it in. Excellent coverage by this defense. They were locked on them like glue, and that's not even close to a touchdown, and the defense makes the stand. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the right. Working the big fella downfield and outside. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Panthers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. To the air on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. He'll set up to throw. Flips it out on the screen. They're able to make the stop, but not before Georgia State has a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Running inside. It's Butler. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Black 14, black 14.
Brown will throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. They'll run play action. He's got an open man. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Oh, he's got some space. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Misses again, it's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Brown wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Finding some room. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the route is on. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he topped things off with an electrifying 85-yard run to the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The run inside. It's Murray. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man. It's Avery. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some
deep shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State.
How about the Hail Mary? Listen, you're supposed to throw that thing way up in the air. He puts it up in the air high. The defender, you're not supposed to try to catch it. You're supposed to knock it down. It gets deflected. And how about the concentration by the receiver to catch the football, make the play with all those bodies around him?
And we're going to wrap this one up with the PAT. So the extra point is good, but it is of little consequence as this game is over. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you could tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
There comes a point in every season when winning stops being a surprise and starts becoming the standard. That's the line every championship team has to cross. Not the game that makes everyone believe. The game that proves they were right to believe in the first place. Last week, the rivalry demanded emotion. This week, conference football demanded discipline. Different challenge, same result. Another victory. People will talk about the final score, the highlights, the touchdowns, the big plays. But those weren't the biggest victory tonight. The biggest victory was refusing to let success become satisfaction. Championship teams don't spend money and get nothing back from it. They spend Monday preparing for Saturday because they understand something. Every opponent is chasing the same prize. Every opponent wants to be the team that ends your run. Every opponent believes you're vulnerable. Tonight, we gave them another reason to keep believing. Because we're giving them another opportunity to fail. The offense stayed patient. The defense stayed relentless. Special teams won the hidden yards. No panic, no distractions, just football, the way it should be played. Winning streaks aren't built on magic. They're built on habits. The habits nobody sees. The film sessions, the early mornings, the extra rep, the decision to keep climbing, even after you've reached a new height. 5 straight wins became 6. 4 conference wins became 5. The climb continues, but something else is happening. This football team is discovering who it is. Not a team hoping to compete. Not a team hoping to belong. A team expecting to win. The conference standings will change. The rankings will change. The headlines will change. But one thing hasn't. The road to a championship still runs through the mountains. Another chapter closes. Another challenge awaits. Because championships aren't won with one great Saturday. They're earned one Saturday at a time. The Odyssey continues.